Hi guys, Gareth here. I'm back with the England Football Manager series, and as you can see today we play Ireland in the European Championship second round. We qualified top of our group with 9 points, comfortably 7 points ahead of second place Portugal, who are now already through to their next round. One thing I would like to show you though is the under-21s tournament thing and how they did in that. They got to the final. I showed you that in the last episode. And they beat Germany 3-1 after extra time. This guy was the hero. He's a Gillingham player, Daniel Howatson. Looks like he could be a good player in the future, possibly for England. He looks like more of a right winger to me, but he plays up front apparently. Let's just take a quick look at the other England players. You have Nick Powell in there, who's definitely going to be in there for England in the future. Joe Woodward. He looks like he could be a really good player in a couple of years. Justin Palmer, alright. How about this guy? As a centre back, oh, he's actually a real person. Yeah, again, looks like he could be an average player, to be honest. He's a bit old, 22 now. Anyway, let's get into the match against Ireland. In this episode, like I said in the last one, I am going to be talking about the real life under-21s championships. So I'm going to introduce the team, get into the match, and I'm going to start talking about that. So Joe Hart in goal for us today. Walker, Corker, Shawcross and Baines along the back. What's his face? Smalling did play in the last game, but I thought, you know, it's Ireland. They're not the most amazing team. I think I can afford to play Corker in this game because I really wanted to play him. So Jones and Wilshere in midfield, Ox and Tom Ince on the wings, Rooney and playing behind Ashton. Ireland, who's this? McDermott, is it? Yeah. I honestly don't know who he is. He's a Bournemouth player. Oh, I do know who he is. Former Man City player. Always used to buy this guy on Football Manager. Always used to buy him for Hereford. Well, we used to get him on loan at least anyway. McGeady's obviously quite a good player, but he's getting quite old now. Kevin Dorr also. In real life he's a bit average now, but he's also getting a bit old. Kieran Clark's one of the more younger players who's wow, he looks like a really good player, doesn't he? Who's he play for? Liverpool. He's not really one of their key players, but he looks like he could be. He looks like he could be a good player. Anyway, let's get into the match. I'm going to talk about the European Championships. Now, the European Championships, as I speak, is the 11th of June. So obviously, Holland have only just won their group. Have they won their group? Or no, they've only just qualified. They still have to play Spain, in fact. So yeah. So keep in mind, this might come out. McDermott here for Ireland. This might come out when the European Championships for under-21s is over. So if that is the case, forgive me, you know, I don't know what's going to happen. My prediction is, and has been if you go back a few episodes, that Holland are going to win the tournament. I stand by that. They look absolutely insane. Players like Wijnaldum, I just think they're stronger than Spain, to be honest. Spain may win this game coming up. It doesn't really matter who wins that. What really matters is who wins the tournament, doesn't it? I think it will be a Spain-Holland final, to be honest. So it could really just come down to one of those two teams. That's what I think will happen. Spain do have a very good team. I just think they're lacking something. That's what I think, anyway. They've also, they've also looked good in the opening stages. So obviously those are the two teams to watch out for. Germany and Russia are out. Norway have gone through, I think. I can't remember who's gone through in England's group. I know England are officially out. So I said England would get to the final. That was wishful thinking, to be honest. It happened in Football Manager, but it's not going to happen in real life, unfortunately. Not a huge surprise, to be honest, that we went out of the group. Pierce has scored. This is not looking good. Remember in our friendly recently against Ireland, we did have to go all the way to penalties, which is not good. Anyway, I still think we can win this game. We're a better team now. We're a better team now. Anyway. So yeah, I think England, you know, they're kind of an average team. It's not a promising future, it's looking like, but when you look at the players who are already in the England squad, players like, what's his face? Oh god, what's his name? Oh my god. Well, players like Wilshere first of all. And oh my god, he's on the pitch right now. I just can't think of his name. Pass it to him so I can. Ashton's pulled us level. Phil Jones, that's the one. He looks like he could be a really good player. I hope he just sorts out his position, because is he going to be a midfielder, a centre back? I personally can't think of the best position right now. But when you get older in your career, they said it recently on an ITV England game. I think it was the Brazil one, or the other one, Ireland one. They said, you know, you have to become a one-place player, and Corcus put us 2-1 up. And while I think that's true, you get players like Giggs, who's always been a winger, or Beckham's always been a winger, but as they've moved on to their career, they've moved inside, and they've played more there. But they do still play the occasional game out on the wing. But is Phil Jones going to be that, you know, amazing, you know, national icon type player? I don't think he is. That'll probably be Wilshere, to be honest. And you look at the future, we do have some very good players. Walker, Nathaniel Klein, Oxlade-Chamberlain. He's really good for England. He's not so good for Arsenal, but he's amazing for England. Ashton, 2 goals for him. I love seeing him do well, because I always get this feeling that I kind of found him. Obviously, I bought him from Southampton, but he's kind of that kind of player who I'll probably sign for the next club, to be honest. So I'm not planning on going to a huge club unless a huge club comes in for me. Obviously, if it's a good offer. 10 goals for England now in about 13, 14, maybe 15 caps. I'm not quite sure which one it is. 2 goals today, which is fantastic. Rooney, he's got a warning. Okay. But anyway, no, I think England's future, looking at it, I think even Baines has to be the fullback at the next World Cup. I think Cole, he's as good as he was. He's declining definitely. You can definitely see that over the course of this season, and over how he's been with the England's team. I think just let him go now. Bring in someone like Gibbs, maybe Bertrand into the squad, and put Baines as the main left back. That's what you have to do, Roy. Like, he doesn't seem to think that there's a future in these players. But you know, if you give him a chance, players like even what's his face, who was with the under-21s, Danny Rose. I think he could be a really good player. But you've got to give these younger boys a chance, and you can't just keep hanging on to the Lampards, the Gerrards, as great as they are. And as, yeah, okay, if we play them and they're at their best, yes, we stand a chance of winning the World Cup. But realistically, is that going to happen? No. So you have to. I'd take Lampard to the World Cup if he has a good season. I forget about Gerrard. Personally, I don't think Gerrard's had a great season. He's been alright, you know, he's not been bad, but it's definitely been his worst season for a long time. Who else? Ferdinand, he's retired now. He's easily England's best centre-back. Unfortunately, he's retired. Definitely centre-back of the year for me in the Premier League this season, definitely. But, you know, I don't know, I think England do have a bright future. Walcott as well. Looking at him, the way his season's gone for Arsenal, you know, he could be a really good player. He just needs to work on a couple of things. His crossing is one of them. He's getting better, but it still needs work on it. And Jones has made it 4-1 against Ireland now. In fact, we're so far ahead now, I don't think there's any point. I'm gonna leave it actually for a while. No point getting him off and right yet. Just a second. Who else is there? You've got Hart, who's still relatively young. He's going to be an absolutely fantastic goalkeeper, even better than he is already when he gets some more experience. Who else have you got? Trying to think of up front. That's our problem. Is Welbeck going to be that player? No, I don't think he will be. He could be, but I don't think he will be. Look, Man United haven't really given him enough of a chance. I think with signing players like Van Persie, which obviously you have to do as a manager, you want to go and win the league. But in terms of giving Welbeck his fair chance, I think he deserves a bit more of a chance than he has got. But to be fair, to Alex Ferguson, he has played Welbeck. But this is where I kind of contradict myself. He's played Welbeck more than he should have done, because he hasn't given Rooney the fair amount of chances. He hasn't given Hernandez the fair amount of chances. He's just got too many good strikers. Oh my god. So yeah, Welbeck's been playing too much, but hasn't been playing enough. Which is why I personally would let Welbeck go out on loan this season. Say, look Rooney, we've loaned out Welbeck. Look Hernandez, we've loaned out Welbeck. You two stay for this season. And then if Welbeck has a good season, then you say, right, well, let's give him more of a chance this season. I loan him out. Ashton, is he offside? No, that's a hat-trick. Brilliant game from him. Right, substitution time. 5-1 against Ireland while we're absolutely destroying them. So yeah, I think, I don't know, I don't know. Ferguson's obviously an absolutely tactical genius, you know, he's best manager ever in my opinion. Well, one of them. But was he right to with this to buy Van Persie and not sell a striker or not loan Welbeck out? I don't think he was. Personally, I would have loaned Welbeck out. Well, I've got Wilshere off. I've got Jones off. Actually, did I need to get Jones off? Not really. I think he can stay on. Who else? I'm gonna get Shawcross off just to make sure he's not too tired. No, in fact, I'm gonna stick Walcott up front just to see how he does. You know, Ashton's got himself. He's been playing as poacher. I forgot to change it back, but he's actually got a hat trick playing as poacher. So do a keep him as poacher, I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I personally would have given Welbeck a loan out. You know, and yeah, I'm hoping he doesn't ruin Zaha's career at Moyes. I hope either he gives him enough chances or he loans him out to a Premier League team. I wish Crystal Palace would come back in for him. Whether they will or not, I don't know. At the moment, it's looking like they won't. I wish they would come back in and go for another loan for their sake and for his sake and for England's sake. I think Zaha could be a really good player. Could be, that is. He needs to be a winger, though. I don't think he can be a good striker. He's just too weak for me. He's got the finishing, and he could be a striker, but for me, he needs to bulk up a bit. Not that he's particularly weak. It's just to be in the Premier League or to be, you know, England's leading striker, he needs to bulk up a bit, and he could be England's leading winger. Although there are other players in that position. Sterling as well could be a really good player. Tom Ince could be a really good player, as he's on the pitch right there. Oxlade-Chamberlain could be a really good player. Am I forgetting anyone? In field as well, you've got John Joe Shelby, who's looked at times like he's looked at times world class. I mean, obviously his actual facial features, he looks like Voldemort, but that's besides the point, you know. Suarez, he's a great player. There you go. He's ugly fuck. He's a great player. It doesn't matter how you look. I personally don't care about how they look as long as they're a great player. Rooney for England. I would never put him out of the England team, even if he was playing terribly, because we literally don't have another world-class striker right now. And that's the problem. I literally can't think off the top of my head. Sturridge, fantastic form. Better than Suarez this season. Into the great goal there. Sturridge. His form for Liverpool has been better than Suarez's. Okay, he's been coming off the bench and playing against tired defenders when he's fully fit, which, yes, it gives him less time, but at the same time it's a bit easier to score, isn't it? But then again, you look at him, he's scored against teams like United. Was it a point he got them? He definitely scored against United. 6-1 win against Ireland, by the way, which is fantastic. Sturridge, he could be world class, and I hope Suarez leaves, and I hope Brendan Rodgers just says, you know what, Sturridge, you're good enough. Lee Ashton with man of the match, who dominated the match. Lee Ashton with his hat-trick, of course, fantastic from him. We don't know yet who we're going to be playing. Greece beats Spain, that is fantastic for us. Oh my god, absolutely fantastic. This guy, could they be doing another 2004? Who knows? Let's take a look at their team. They're ranked 14th, which isn't actually bad. They've got a 14k worth goalkeeper as their goalkeeper, though. Pretty sure I can beat them. Obviously Papadopoulos also could be joining Liverpool. That's the rumour going around. Another Papadopoulos. I believe there are 3, aren't there? And then there's Pastapapop. I don't know. I really just don't know how to say it. This guy, by the way, Fetfatsidis, he's supposed to be the Greek Messi. He's not going to get that good, but they've got a pretty good team in all fairness. I'll show you the other results as well. Belgium beat Czech Republic and Portugal beat Romania. Their group stage games. We've got Bosnia, hopefully can beat Germany, and I'm pretty confident we can win the tournament, to be honest. I think we can beat any other team. We will be playing Greece in the next round, that is confirmed. Great, fantastic, I'm excited about that. So if we can beat Greece, which I'm pretty confident we can do, we'll be in the semi-finals. You know, that's an insane achievement. That was my minimum that I wanted, and this is what I've said this multiple times before. I tend to get easy draws. I tend to be very lucky at tournaments with national teams. I tend to get pretty easy draws. Ireland, Greece, you know, not easy teams to play against, but compared to teams like Spain, who have actually gone out to Greece, I'm so happy he didn't get Spain, and Germany, we haven't got them. So yeah, I tend to get pretty easy draws. When was this game played? Stade Velodrome, no. So a great result against a team that I like in Ireland, in a stadium that I love. Stade Velodrome is my favourite stadium in France by far, Marseille Stadium. Anyway, this episode's dragged on, so I hope you've enjoyed me talking about England's future, what I think about it. By the way, Corker as well, is another player I think could be amazing. That's what I think. That's what I think about England's future. I could go on forever. You know, we've got the potential there to go and win a World Cup or a European Championship, but we won't. That's just how it always is. We're always going to have the potential, but for a long time, I can't see us winning a major tournament. Anyway, thank you for watching. The next episode is against Greece. Really excited for that one. Hopefully, we can get into the semi-finals and not get too difficult a team, and then win the European Championship. That would be amazing, wouldn't it? Anyway, thank you for watching. Please hit that like button if you did enjoy it, and of course, subscribe if you haven't already. Yeah, just like it. Only takes a second. Literally just go down there, and you have no idea how happy it makes me. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Thank you, and goodbye.